Number 10. Mountain Dew Mama. A Florida woman poured Diet Mountain Dew all over herself as an apparent attempt to erase evidence following the alleged stabbing death of her roommate. 35-year-old Nicole Max stands accused of a heinous crime involving her roommate, 79-year-old Michael Cerasoli. This unsettling incident unfolded on July 1st, 2023, when a Daytona Beach police officer responded to a house fire report. Inside the residence, officers discovered Michael's lifeless body, bearing stab wounds to his torso. The room contained 2 cell phones along with a blood-stained knife. Fast forward to August 5th, and Nicole found herself behind bars, charged with first-degree murder after being booked into Volusia County Jail. It was a day that would mark the beginning of her legal ordeal. According to reports from multiple sources, police tracked down Nicole in Holly Hill, Florida, the morning after the tragic discovery. She was allegedly wielding a knife and a hammer, with blood spots on her leg. As officers probed her whereabouts, Nicole reportedly provided inconsistent answers. As the situation intensified, an arrest affidavit revealed a critical moment when Nicole was informed that her DNA would be tested. In a dramatic twist, she reportedly requested a drink and was given a Diet Mountain Dew. Subsequently, the affidavit alleges that Nicole proceeded to pour the soda onto herself in what authorities believe was a desperate attempt to wash away any traces of blood from her leg before it could incriminate her. Forensic analysis eventually linked Michael's blood to the blade of the knife found at the crime scene, while Nicole's DNA was discovered on the knife handle. Presently, Nicole remains in custody in Volusia County Jail, held without bond as indicated by jail records. Alongside the first-degree murder charge, she faces additional accusations of tampering with evidence and resisting arrest with violence. It remains uncertain whether she has sought legal representation or entered pleas in response to the charges leveled against her, leaving a trail of unanswered questions in this disturbing and tragic case. It also remains unclear why she thought Diet Mountain Dew would clear her name. Number 9. Doggo DUI. In Colorado, an unusual attempt to evade a DUI arrest unfolded when a driver resorted to swapping seats with his canine companion after being pulled over, according to local law enforcement. The incident occurred around 11:30 p.m. on a Saturday, when police stopped the man for allegedly driving a brisk 52 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, as reported by the Springfield Police Department in a Facebook post. As the SPD officer approached the vehicle, the driver made a desperate attempt to change places with his dog, who was seated in the passenger seat. However, the officer observed the entire charade. Eventually, the man exited the vehicle from the passenger side, insisting that he had not been the one behind the wheel. Notably, the man displayed signs of intoxication, and when questioned about his alcohol consumption by the officer, he chose to make a run for it. After a brief pursuit, law enforcement successfully apprehended the man approximately 20 yards away from the vehicle. Following his capture, the man was transported to a hospital for medical evaluation and subsequently cleared. He was then booked into the Baker County Jail, facing an array of charges, including driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, speeding, and resisting arrest, as detailed by the police. Remarkably, amidst this unusual incident, the dog was entrusted to a friend of the driver while he was in jail. The post on Facebook noted the dog does not face any charges and was let go with just a warning. Number 8. Glocko. In a rather bizarre turn of events, a flour tortilla, typically reserved for delicious ingredients like grilled chicken, melted cheese, and jalapeno sauce. During a routine traffic stop, a man was arrested after attempting to conceal a handgun within a quesadilla from Taco Bell. This unusual incident unfolded on a Friday, as reported by the Picayune Police Department. The passenger, identified as Devin P. Mitchell, ingeniously wrapped the firearm within the folded tortilla and tucked it away inside a Taco Bell bag when the vehicle, driven by Olivia Neff, was pulled over by the police. Subsequently, officers conducted a probable cause search, unveiling not just a firearm, but a far more illicit array of substances than one might expect to find alongside chalupas or a Crunchwrap Supreme. Upon their investigation, the police discovered that Mitchell was in possession of a significant quantity of methamphetamine, liquid heroin, and various drug paraphernalia. Consequently, he faced a litany of charges, including possession of a controlled substance with the intent to distribute while in possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence, possession of a weapon by a felon, and possession of paraphernalia. As for Neff, she managed to evade custody, but was issued with a citation for disregarding a traffic device. Number 7. Lemon Juice Bank Robber. Standing at 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing a hefty 270 pounds, MacArthur Wheeler was not an easy person to miss. On April 19, 1995, he brazenly targeted 2 Pittsburgh banks in broad daylight. He made no attempt to conceal his identity, choosing not to wear a mask. Instead, he confronted bank tellers while brandishing a firearm, all of which was unmistakably captured by security cameras. To avoid being detected, he devised a rather peculiar plan. Wheeler smothered his face with lemon juice. His logic? Lemon juice could be used as invisible ink, so why not employ it to shield his identity from surveillance cameras? Recognizing the significance of the captured footage, the police swiftly broadcasted the footage on the local news. Almost immediately, a tip from an observant viewer came flooding in. Just past midnight, the police were knocking on the door of a suspect's residence in McKeesport. This suspect was none other than MacArthur Wheeler, who, upon being identified, responded, "But I wore the juice." Wheeler proceeded to explain to the police that he had meticulously rubbed lemon juice on his face, firmly believing it would render him invisible to security cameras. Astonishingly, detectives determined that Wheeler was not suffering from delusions or under the influence of drugs. He was merely profoundly mistaken. Wheeler found himself incarcerated, eventually etched into the annals of history as one of the world's most dim-witted criminals. Have you ever used lemon juice to see invisible ink? Let us know in the comments and hit subscribe while you're at it. Number 6. Meth Burger. On July 22nd, 2023, an incident unfolded in Killen, resulting in the arrest of a local man during a routine traffic stop. 45-year-old Timothy Don Nolan found himself facing serious charges after deputies made a startling discovery: a small bag of methamphetamine concealed within his hamburger. Nolan was taken into custody and faced a series of charges, including unlawful possession of a controlled substance, driving with a revoked license, and the unauthorized use of a switched license plate on his vehicle. The events transpired on a Saturday when Lauderdale County deputies conducted a traffic stop on Highway 157, just north of Underwood in Lauderdale County. Upon investigation, it was determined that the driver, Nolan, had a revoked license, resulting in the vehicle being slated for impoundment in accordance with department policy. As deputies proceeded with the inventory of the vehicle, an unusual sequence of events unfolded. Nolan repeatedly expressed his hunger and eagerness to consume his burger. Little did the officers know that this ordinary-looking meal held a secret. Within the burger, concealed among the lettuce and pickles, lay a small bag of methamphetamine, a shocking twist to an otherwise routine traffic stop. Number 5. Furry Felon. On July 6, 2023, an unusual incident unfolded as a person disguised as the Easter Bunny carried out a robbery at a laundromat in Illinois. Security footage captured the bizarre break-in that occurred in the early hours on Thursday at the Winners Wash laundromat in Quincy. In the viral video, which has garnered over 30,000 views, the Easter Bunny-clad individual was seen entering the establishment. The humorous aspect of the situation did not go unnoticed by viewers, who flooded the comments section with light-hearted remarks. One viewer quipped, "The Easter Bunny has fallen on hard times. It's expensive out there," adding a touch of whimsy to this rather unusual episode. Police have not found the bunny, suspect. Number 4. Utterly despicable. In a disturbing incident, a British man entered a farm in the dead of night and engaged in a sexual act with a cow. His actions, however, did not go unnoticed, as the vigilant owner had installed an alarm system that detected his intrusion. A DNA analysis conducted later confirmed that 25-year-old Liam Brown had indeed committed this appalling act on July 12, 2022 in Burton near Dorset. On August 25th, Brown faced the consequences of his actions when he appeared in Poole Magistrates Court. Tears streamed down his face as he pleaded guilty to charges of sexual penetration with a living animal and causing unnecessary suffering to a protected animal. The prosecuting attorney recounted the events, stating the defendant was found by members of the farming family who had concerns regarding the welfare of the young livestock in question and set up alarms in the area. On the night in question, they were alerted by alarms and equipment they had set up, leading to the discovery of the defendant. Subsequently, samples were taken from the animal, confirming the inappropriate act. Adding a perplexing twist to this disturbing story, it was revealed that Brown had known the farmers since childhood, as some of his relatives had been employed at the farm. The family who owned the farm want him nowhere near it, emphasized Nightingale, the prosecuting attorney. Brown was granted bail and is set to be sentenced on September 22nd in a Crown Court. The judge made it clear that the severity of the offences warranted a higher level of punishment than the magistrate's court could provide, as he sought to impress upon Brown the gravity of his actions. Number 3. Old Robber. In July 2023, a bank robbery plot took an unexpected turn when a quick-thinking cashier managed to outwit the would-be robber, leading to his arrest in the bank's lobby by waiting police. James Timothy Kelly walked into the PNC Bank in Hollywood, Florida, carrying a mesh bag and handed over a note with a chilling message, "Give me the money," as reported by the FBI. In a remarkable twist, the cashier, instead of complying, handed him a withdrawal slip. Unfazed, Kelly allegedly clarified his intentions with a menacing statement, "I am not here for that. I am here to rob you." Fearing for her safety and the well-being of those in the vicinity, the resourceful bank teller pretended to be grappling with computer issues and requested that Kelly take a seat while she figured out how to get him his money. Oddly enough, Kelly obeyed her request and took a seat. His compliance would prove to be his undoing. Unbeknownst to him, the police had been alerted and entered the bank through the back entrance, swiftly arresting the suspect as they found him seated in the lobby. Kelly was subsequently taken to the FBI's Miami office, where he admitted to attempting the bank robbery. Now he faces the possibility of a maximum 20-year prison sentence, as reported by local media. Number 2. Fake Baby. In May 2023, a shoplifting incident in Florida left officers scratching their heads. The suspect, identified as Alexander Owen Menina, allegedly used a baby stroller complete with a fake baby doll in an attempt to steal merchandise from a Walmart store on a Tuesday night, as reported by the Madisonville Police Department. Menina was observed fleeing the Walmart located on US Highway 411, pushing the baby stroller. Law enforcement swiftly apprehended him in a nearby parking lot. However, what they discovered inside the stroller added an unusual twist to the case. Upon inspection, Madisonville police officers found a remarkably lifelike baby doll, complete with an already prepared baby bottle nestled amongst stolen items exceeding a total value of $1,000. These baby-themed items appear to have been employed as a ruse to conceal the stolen merchandise, as stated in MPD's social media post on the incident. It was later revealed that Menina had a history of shoplifting, having been apprehended at 4 different Walmart stores in Florida previously. During the course of their investigation on the night in question, officers also uncovered drug paraphernalia in his possession. Menina currently resides in the custody of the Monroe County Justice Center, held without bond. He faces charges including burglary, felony theft of property, and possession of drug paraphernalia. At this point, the court date for Menina remains undetermined. Number 1. Getaway driver gets a wash. A suspected shoplifter in Ohio met his unfortunate downfall when his getaway scheme took an unexpected turn. According to a post on the South Euclid Police Department's Facebook page, the sequence of events unfolded as follows. On February 18th, the manager of a Giant Eagle store spotted a man wheeling a shopping cart out of the store, filled with unpaid merchandise valued at $498.41. An off-duty police officer who happened to be working security at the supermarket was alerted. The vigilant security officer then observed the suspect as he pushed the laden shopping cart down the street and made an attempt to enter a potential getaway vehicle, as reported by WOIO-TV. However, a twist of fate intervened when it was discovered that the driver of the supposed getaway vehicle had pulled into the Clean Express auto wash while the suspect was still inside the store, busy filling his cart with stolen goods. This maneuver unwittingly trapped their vehicle between others, rendering it immobile. Law enforcement wasted no time and apprehended the suspect from the grocery store, subsequently charging him with theft. Furthermore, it was revealed that the suspect had an outstanding warrant, adding to his legal troubles. In a surprising turn, the driver of the vehicle stuck in the car wash also found himself in custody due to an outstanding warrant from the Lakewood Police Department, effectively leading to the capture of both individuals involved in this unusual escapade. Thanks for watching. Which of these criminals is the dumbest to you? Tell us in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Bad Badger.